Farm Journal's Annalisa Giannini here at the National Farm Machinery Show with Scott Britton of Caterpillar. Scott, we're standing here next to the new K-Series loader from Cat. Tell us a little bit more about this machine.
Well, it's a brand new loader from tip to tail. It's a wonderful new design that we have for our new K-Series loader. A lot of new features that we brought online. The simplest thing though is it's also a Tier 4 machine instead of just having all your standard features. It's really nice to have.
So tell me, where, Scott, does this loader fit into the lineup of Caterpillar machines?
It's kind of, for us, it's considered a small wheel loader. Of the small wheel loaders, this particular individual machine being shown is the smallest of the loaders. It's a 924, have a 930K as well as a 938K. As far as application-wise, in a particular instance like this, we use it a lot for dairies and such to feed, to be able to load up grain trucks. A lot of guys use it to mix different bins for applications such as that.
You mentioned a little bit about the loader and the bucket itself and feeding dairy cattle. Tell us a little bit more about loader capacity and what you've done to make this loader a little bit more user-friendly on the farm.
Sure. This particular one, well, the new K-Series loaders are all come equipped with what we're calling our new optimized Z-bar linkage. So it allows us to give a great visibility down to your work tool. When you have with a standard bucket on this, you can roll it back, get a very aggressive rack angle down low. You can actually see the corner of your bucket cutting edge, which is very nice, lets you know where your tractor's at all the time. This particular one you're seeing here today is equipped with a high lift linkage on it, so it allows you to further extend that to get up over those feed wagons. It's also equipped with a rollout bucket of a 4-yard capacity, so it really allows you to get up into those mixed wagons and feed wagons that are very up high. You can load over about a 15-foot truck with this very comfortably.
We talked a little bit already about usability, but tell us a little bit more about the new design of this tractor to make it more operator friendly.
Sure, it's got a wonderful new cab on it, which we're going to show you here in a little bit. It's a great visibility lines when you're looking down the boom. It's incredibly efficient compared to previous generation loaders. Yeah.
So what's new about the cab? Let's go over there.
The whole new cab is, like I said, it's a new machine from tip to tail on it. So this is our new secondary display and our new K-Series small wheel loader. It's going to give you a lot of good options available for it. Within this, you're going to have your basic screens, but the biggest thing that we want to be able to point out is our new live fuel burn data that we're going to get for you. So lifetime of the machine, current fuel on a rolling 15-minute window, as well as a resettable job. So if operator A versus operator B gets in, I can come in and I can reset that to see who's running the more efficient loader. Also gives options to be able to program things such as my flow capability. If I have a specialized individual tool, I can tune that to my flow. If I want to run a much slower machine, if I'm running a blower or a broom, I can change my speed anywhere from 1 mile an hour to 8 in increments of 10. It allows me to adjust my rim pull, so the amount of tractive effort on the ground. So if I have a very slippery underfoot condition, I can tune that to my condition so I'm not spinning my tires, so I'm having the most fuel efficient run as possible. I have on-the-fly programmable kickouts. So now again, operator A to operator B, 2 tools, and the best part is anybody, if you don't know what's going on with it, I can hit any button, and hit a question mark, and it'll tell me what it is. It's very friendly with it. It's also available in, you can get into the back side of it and show 22 different languages it's available in, English and metric units. There's a lot of power that comes from this little secondary display available with the deluxe cab on this model. The cab itself is much more ergonomic laid out. This is a particular one is equipped with the air ride seat. It's a heated as well as ventilated seat. New armrest, so when I slide this, the joystick actually moves up and down with the armrest, which makes it very nice. You don't have an inadvertent operation as you're working. Said that the column reset, or the column button recesses up into the column, allows me to put it where I want it and then get it out of the way so the big guys don't end up hitting their knees on it. You have a nice wide armrest available on the left-hand side. Nice clean gauge cluster, wonderful visibility to my working tool and down my sight lines to my machine. So mirrors placed on the inside allows me to see my counterweights with it, and the aggressive rack angles that we can achieve now. I can see all 4 corners of my machine very well. Also allows me, this is the nice secondary display with a live shot that shows what's going on with it right now. So very clean. I'm very happy with it.
Right. You mentioned briefly about the Tier 4 technology. Tell me more about Tier 4 on this machine and the Tier 4 strategy for loaders from Caterpillar.
This machine and our small wheel loader size class is very similar to the same story you're going to hear with our backhoe loaders, our small dozers. It's a passive system. It's fully passive, so there's really nothing else that the operator needs to do with it. That's the beauty of it. You just fill it up with fuel and go. There's no additional fluids to add to it. There's no additional dosing strategy to it. You just jump in the loader and go. It's going to take care of itself. You operate it like you normally would. There's no active regeneration ever going to take place with it. It's constantly going to be ready to go for you.
You mentioned that this is a new machine from tip to toe, and does that include the chassis?
It's got a whole new frame. Yep, a whole new frame underneath of it. All the new chassis components, an entire new enclosure. The doors, compared to previous generations, are not sequenced like they used to be. You can open any door in any order you choose to. It's got 6-fin cooling plane, 6-fin per inch standard cooling plane on the rear and a single plane, so it resists clogging very well. If you do have a situation that you're in, you have the option to pick up a reversible fan as an option you can pick for the machine. So, also a rear camera available with it that integrates into that secondary display. It's a very clear new camera display, so it's very nice to use.
You mentioned about Tier 4 technology. Is there anything else new with this machine's engine or transmission?
It is a new engine, has hydraulic lifters on it as well, so now you don't have to get into that engine and adjust your valve lash like you normally would. It is a new engine in itself, but that's kind of the biggest, the high points to it is you don't have to worry about cracking into that engine, worry about contamination to adjust your valve lash like you used to. Now it's where it's a hydraulic lifter, it's going to take care of itself all the time.
So when can farmers expect to see this on the farm?
We are shipping in the very, very near future. Probably about middle of March is what we're looking at. Dealerships are going to start rolling them out probably April, May time frame on the first orders, and so you should start seeing them around available for then.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you very much.